It is Sunday, the 23rd of June, 2024. My name is Pigeon Rose, and this is my Song of the Day. Well, here we are again, at the end of another week, summer week, to be specific, and we are once again going to be talking about Elbow. I did mention they're my favorite band. I did say, while talking about Lemon Demon, that I was trying not to do bands, the same band so close together to give more variety. But I had to talk about this song this week, so you're going to get, there's going to be a lot of Elbow over the course of this year, okay? They're my favorite band. Don't judge me. You can't have a summer playlist, you can't have a summer vibe without talking about One Day Like This. This is one of Elbow's biggest hits. It's probably the one that stood the test of time the most. Grounds for Divorce was like the big hit, and it's what got them like real big, but this is from the same album, and it was in so many ads. I don't know if it was in like TV shows or movies. It wouldn't shock me. It was played on the radio a lot. It still is. And when I'm talking to people about Elbow and they don't know who I'm talking about, I generally start like humming this and they know what song I mean. So it's probably their most known song at this point. Because it was played so much, I felt it was quite overplayed and I got kind of sick of it. So I don't actually listen to it that much, but they always end their concerts with it. So it kind of makes it like a special treat when I go to a concert then, because I don't listen to it much on its own, and then I go to a concert and they play it and it's like, oh hell yeah, I love this song, you know? So we're going to listen to it now, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. See, you do know the song, right? I love that song the first time I heard it. Like I said, I found it to be quite overplayed, but I've mentioned before that I've seen Elbow live a lot of times, and they almost always end with this song. They always play it. It's usually the last song of their encore. They like turn into a whole production, because Guy Garvey loves crowd participation, so he'll get the audience singing the "Throw Those Curtains Wide," and then he'll get like different parts of the audience to sing it in like different keys to harmonize with each other and shit. He will like get the band to stop playing so it's just the crowd singing it, and then the band comes back in for the last repetition of it. It's an experience, especially like the first time I went to an Elbow gig in 2009 and they ended with this song and they like blasted confetti into the stands. It's like a core memory for me. It was just such an incredible thing, because it's such a powerful, bombastic song, and seeing it live surrounded by other fans of Elbow, and it's a really cool experience as a fan hearing this live, especially because some of the times I saw them live they had like the Halle Youth Choir, and they had like orchestras and shit. Not orchestras, I haven't seen them with full orchestras, but like a string section and stuff, you know. But yeah, no, just a great song, and I don't listen to it much anymore. So when I hear it at a concert, it's that much more powerful to me, you know. I love it. It's so good. I always fucking destroy my voice at these gigs, and so by the time we get to this song, I'm like, throw those curtains wide. So let's talk about the song itself. Obviously, it being about a nice day is why we're talking about it for summer. But thematically, lyrically, it's kind of similar to Lovely Day, Fresh Feeling, even Dog Days Are Over from last week, because it's about like being in a bad state and then suddenly you have like a really good day. And the phrase, "One day like this a year would see me right," originates from Guy Garvey's diary. He had written that phrase down in some context, and then they decided to like put that to music. They put like some chords to it, and they're like, this kind of sounds like a Hey Jude or a Loaded by Primal Scream, and they're like, yeah, no, this is gonna be a hit. We got the right thing here. And so yeah, it's like that idea of one good day a year will do me fine, which I feel like is a very British perspective, very cynical, but it's optimistic in its own sad way, you know. So the lyrics are: drinking in the morning sun, blinking in the morning sun, shaking off the heavy one, heavy like a loaded gun. What made me behave that way? Using words I never say. I can only think it must be love. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. So I recall being initially confused at the lyric "drinking in the morning sun," because a lot of the album that this is from is dedicated to a friend of theirs who died from alcoholism, and there's like a song on the album about how alcoholism twists a person's life, you know. So I was like, why include this lyric? But he's saying drinking in the sun, like absorbing it, not drinking under the sun. I remember that confusing me initially. So like that's fine, but then he mentions shaking off the heavy one, implying that he has a hangover. So it's not it's not the greatest. But you could also see the heavy one as just being depression in general, especially with the phrase "heavy like a loaded gun." Like it really makes it feel like that, you know. And then anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. I love how dismissive that is, but it's like, oh yeah, no, it's looking good. Someone tell me how I feel. It's silly, wrong, but vivid, right? Oh, kiss me like the final meal. Yeah, kiss me like we die tonight. I love that pair of phrases there. Kiss me like a final meal. So hungry, so fucking, it's such a horny lyric, really. Kiss me like we die tonight. It's so sweet, you know? And then the chorus being, 'cause holy cow, I love your eyes, and only now I see the light. Yeah, lying with you half awake. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. Only Guy Garvey could make holy cow, I love your eyes sound sincere. But yeah, that lying with you half awake, I mean, you know that feeling when you're lying with your partner and it's just like you're tired and you don't want to get up, but it's going to be a good day, you know? You've woken up in a good mood. And then you get like, it gets really quiet. When my face is chamois creased, and the strings are going ding, 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 ding. I just really like that little pizzicato going on there. It's nice. But yeah, if you think I wink, I did. Laugh politely at repeats. Yeah, kiss me when my lips are thin. You know, again, this is like, I think this is implying aging, right? Chamois creased like a cloth. And then kiss me when my lips are thin, you know, when I'm like old and wrinkled and just still love me then, you know. And then you got the chorus again, but it continues on. It goes, lying with me half awake, stumbling over what to say. Oh, anyway, it's looking like a beautiful day. And then for the rest of the song, it just repeats, throw those curtains wide. One day like this year would see me right, over and over again. It's such a good turn of phrase. Throw those curtains wide. One day like this year would see me right. It comes off so triumphant, especially with the way the song builds up, and it's just throw those, like it's real big and bombastic in the strings and everything. It's so good, and you can understand how this would be live. I mean, I'm sure there's videos of it live. People tend to point to the Glastonbury performance where this played. They played this while the sun was setting, and I've seen them live outside before, which has generally led to a good moment like this, you know, with the sun setting and this song playing. It really feels like itself. The music ties in with the lyrics really well. It feels summery, it feels bright, it feels optimistic, it's big, it puts a smile on your face, you know. I think mostly what else I want to say is that, I'll definitely link below, I talked about this when I talked about Starlings, the version of this with the BBC Concert Orchestra, also great. I'll definitely link that below. I might link other live versions if I find them. They're all great. It's a great song. So the music video for this song is what I was going to say, is a guy called David Lemke, or Lemke, I don't know how it's actually pronounced, throwing a sign. It's shaped like an arrow, and it says condos now selling. And he's just throwing it around, dancing with it, riding it like a horse, sitting down on it, spinning it around. You've seen people advertising like this. It's a weird choice for this video. I would have expected something more like the video from Magnificent She Says from a few albums later. But I also kind of like it. I don't know what it is about it. It just kind of fits the vibe. Because like I said, the song is this bombastic song about having a good time after being so depressed. And the music video is simple, but it's a guy doing what he loves and being good at it. And I just kind of appreciate that, you know? Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Great song. Always great live. I cry every Tim. Yeah, well, that's the end of summer week. Summer's over now. Autumn begins right this second. So next week, because it is Pride Month, I don't know if this is true of other countries, but in Ireland we tend to have Pride parades in the last week of the month, at least like Dublin Pride usually is. So next week being the last week of June, I'm going to do some queer songs, and that'll be interesting. They're not all happy songs, unfortunately. I'm trying to represent a pretty wide spectrum. We've got gay songs, we've got trans songs, we've got lesbian songs, you know, all that good shit. And we've got a song about homophobia. It's great. Well, we got more than one song about homophobia, but yeah, so it'll be interesting. I do want to point out, because a lot of people have been saying no pride during genocide, I'm still going to do these songs because I'm doing a fucking show, and I love a lot of these songs, and I want to talk about them. It makes sense to talk about them now, but I do want to state right here, right now, that I obviously do not support Israel, and I support a free Palestine. And if you are a Zionist and you're listening to this, consider eating feces before you listen to a single other episode. I just wanted to get that out of the way before we actually started the week, because I don't want to spend lots of time in those episodes talking about it every single time, because I like to keep my episodes short and to the point. But I will reiterate, Free Palestine. It's It's ridiculous that it's still happening. It's so fucking depressing. Wow, what a great way to end this talking about this song. Sorry. Anyway, I guess that's the end of the episode there. Please subscribe, leave a comment, give me a like, tell people about it, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
Break it down.
They like turn into a whole production because Guy Gary loves lugs. Oh hey, I just realized. Hey, yeah, my computer isn't listening to me, huh? But I was singing "Shut Up and Let Me Go" by the Ting Tings like half an hour ago, and now YouTube is recommending me "That's Not My Name" by the Ting Tings. I see you, villain, listening to me. Anyway, tell people about it. Tell her about it. That's going in the fucking outtakes.